Oh my god! Hey Dungeoneers, welcome to the first episode of Flametongue. I'm your friendly Dungeon Master Peter, and yes, I am every bald, bearded, white guy who talks to you about Dungeons & Dragons on the internet. True, I am. And I am joined here by my guest, Simon the Art Guy. Simon, why don't you say hi to everybody?
I'm Simon Raskina. Hope everyone's doing well. And we're about to do something wild that I'm totally not okay with.
To kind of tell everyone at home, we're totally not doing the other interview show. We have a different source of sauce delivery here. As you can see, they are the illustrious chicken nuggets. We painstakingly prepared them before the show. They might be a little cold now, but guess what?
Hey.
That's it. You know, for folks that don't know you, we're going to ask you 5 questions.
Yeah.
Of varying levels of heat.
And I've got 5 questions right back at you.
Yes,
baby.
because it's my first time here. And you know what? If you don't know me, we're going to start talking about some random things. And you know what? We're going to ask question for question. But since Simon's the guest, he's going to ask me first, and then I'm going to ask him second, because I don't want him to suffer too much.
I appreciate it.
Simon, before we jump in, tell us a little about yourself. Who are you?
My name is Simon Raskina. I've been a professional artist for, oh my goodness, like 15 years now. And I do traditional oil paintings that are fantasy-based. I've had the opportunity to work with D&D with me and create all the character paintings, some of the monsters that are seen on there. And yeah, it's been a blast.
What we do here is we're just going to give us a little shake, and we don't need to say who this is from. This is a brand sauce that does has a YouTube channel.
It gets hotter and hotter.
Yeah. First up is the classic hot sauce, chili maple. We're gonna pour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it up in Simon's camera.
just to let people know that we're not messing around.
Yeah, we're not messing around. There's some sauce in there. All right.
That's a decent dip.
It is a decent dip.
Can I do 2 dips? Can I double dip? Are we okay?
No, we're not the little dip here.
Love it.
I'm gonna look deep into that camera. Yep. Camera 2.
Show me oh, that's nice. That's good. Wow. All one bite. In 2008, you went to college for animation and video design. What skills have stuck with you and that you apply to D&D with me? And were there any that teachers that brought you some sort of wisdom that would have stuck with you?
Yeah. Well, I did go to school for game design, and clearly done so well for me. But yeah, just from before, like I learned how to do like video editing, animation, and like I've used it in the D&D with me, like intro, the Crystal Arc intro.
Hey, look at us right now.
The Flametongue intro. We're gonna play it right here. And honestly, it's just gotten to a point where like I've just known how to go around systems or learn systems quickly, so I can kind of go in and do that. But like, there was one teacher, and I'm not gonna say his last name because he's still working in the industry and video games and stuff like that. But Darren, I think Darren was probably like the chillest dude. It's
the chill teachers that give you that sense of confidence, right? You feel they're more approachable. You can go to them and be like, hey, I want to show you this that I'm not going to show anybody else. What do you think about this?
Yeah.
Right? And feel confident. Yeah.
And he told it to you straight. If it was shit. But like, it was good. He was great. He's still
build that backbone early.
Yeah. He's still working in the business. And Darren's, I think, the one that really stuck out to me.
Shout out to Darren. Man.
Shout out to Darren. Darren, I mean, you're probably not going to watch this, but like, whatever.
My turn.
Your turn. All right.
Going from this side.
You're going from this side. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Right to left.
Why not? You read manga right to left?
You read manga. I'm pretty sure I just infuriated a bunch of people. Okay, so Simon, usually, if you look at your body of art, you draw and paint animals frequently, and actually with expert detail. But
I'm double dipping with this other.
Okay. What brings you back to fantasy every time?
I was talking to a fellow artist friend of ours, Alex, and we were talking about the fact that just with the whole algorithm of Instagram and social medias, if I painted elephants and did nothing else for the rest of my life, I'd probably be killing it right now. But that isn't what I want to do. I don't care about feeding into what the system wants, or for that matter, what anybody wants. I want to keep myself happy, and I've noticed what keeps me happy when I create my art is, and what scratches that itch, it's fantasy art. And you can have animals in that, but you're taking elements from real animals, right? You're taking scales from an alligator or teeth from a tiger, and you combine all those things together. So it's, and I've also, as you know me, I love comics and I love fantasy in general, and I grew up reading, Tarzan with my dad, so I'm no stranger to that world. So it's always been a dream of mine, and I think I've just had to continue pushing my work and to believe that I can get to that level, and taking time, but here we are.
How you feeling? You good?
That was a nice dip. That was a nice flavor. Nice and
it's got
it's
got a little
garlicky,
a little chili,
little chili garlic,
little maple. It's called chili maple.
Yeah. I can taste a little bit of the sweetness. Would you like me to pour?
Hold on. Jumping the gun, homebrew. Look into the camera. Look into camera 1. All right. So camera 1, Simon, for our first Flametongue review, 1 out of 5 flames.
Oh, we're giving this. Okay. Can I? What's the criteria? Part of it? Like, is it the tasty?
Do you like it or you don't, man?
Hey. 5 out of 5. I'm gonna give that. You know what? I would put that on a lot of shit. So I'm gonna say like a 3.5 flames.
Flames. Right across here.
What about you?
I'm gonna give it 2 out of 5 flames. All right, let's go up with the next one here.
Hey yo.
This one's Dawson's hot sauce, original hot. This one comes out
Dawson's
less
Creek,
goopy.
baby.
Well, we can't sing the song, but we do not want to wait for our lives to be.
No.
Now back up
No,
into
I don't.
Simon's camera. We're gonna put it over here. Look at him, he's a little in the cup, and then we put it like this. Oh, gotta give us one a little bit more. Squeeze, please. Simon, stop it.
Baby.
Dip vision. Rico, zoom in on this. Okay. Those would get a lot in there.
Those were real sound effects.
That was real sound effects. All right. Again.
What was your first character when you played D&D for the very first time?
I can tell you everything about it. His name was Thodalier Tingorin of the Tingorin clan. The blacksmith. Well, actually, he was an armorsmith. His family came up with a bunch of schematics for, armor and like lightweight armor that was like very defensible. And Thodalier was a fighter. He had like a Viking horned helmet. He was a dwarf, and he was very much the instigator. And I remember one point in my very first campaign is like there was a town that just recently got attacked. And the town that got attacked was attacked by goblins, and I found we got surrounded by all the goblins, and I said, obviously I did my Scottish accent. I was like, all right, bring me to your chieftain.
I love it.
And then they took me to the chieftain, and I said, if you're half the goblin you are, you'd fight me one-on-one. And then they had a whole one-on-one fight. I mean, admittedly, as a player, for all the other people that were playing at my table, I'm sorry, because they had to sit and watch me do a one-on-one fight. And now as a DM, it's not that fun, right? But I was young, I was naive, I was innocent.
Did you keep the accent the whole time when you were playing?
Of course I did.
Good.
I ripped his skull out.
That's better.
And his spine. So
wow.
But that was my first character.
That's my first character. Wow. I'm gonna have to paint him and immortalize him, because
you pretty much do. I'm gonna have to go squeeze.
Do you think your character and my character, which is also a dwarf, Holythorn, think they would have gotten along?
I think they would have. Rico, zoom in. This is pretty much what Thodalier would have looked like without the glasses.
It's my turn.
It is your turn. Please.
How did you fare with this one?
I love this one.
Oh,
I
really?
love this one.
Oh, really?
4 flames out of 5.
You're all about the creek.
All right, so, Simon.
All right, I'm Duncan.
As a man who does art, you go to conventions all the time, right? And you actually have art shows. He has a bunch of art shows. What is the weirdest experience you've had at an art show or convention, or both?
You come across interesting people that like to come and admire artwork of all kinds, and whether it be at a convention or whether it be at a gallery. I'm going to tell you 2 off the top of my head. First one was one of my first art shows that I had in New York at the the Chelsea Art District at Agora Gallery. I had my animals on display there, and I remember there weren't other artists. I was the only artist from Canada and Toronto. And I remember this one girl came up to me, and she wanted to know nothing about my art, but she did want to know if I knew Drake because I was from Toronto. I said, there was that. Very strange. So you get weird questions like that. And then the second one was, and you were at the shows in Toronto as well, at the Mod Club. For a raw art event.
Yeah.
And I had also invited many other friends, including two of my buddies, Evan and Hayden. And they dressed up in suit and tie, and they pretended to be kind of my representatives or managers that evening. And Hayden sees this one couple that are looking at one of my paintings, one of my lions that I did. It had splatters of colors on it and red dripping. People came up to me and they said, "Wow, that's beautiful, like colors and the texture." Hayden's standing there and he goes, "Yeah, he did that with his own blood." And the couple, they go, "God, really?" And they're like, "No, well, we only asked because," and they were holding up a bunch of other paintings and stuff that they got. And they're like, "We just bought art from an artist over there that does paint with his own blood. So do they know each other?" And that's it. Hayden was lost for words.
Bunch of blood painters that get together, you know?
Finger painting.
All right. Well, I guess, what would you rate that one?
I really like that one. I would give that much higher than the last one. So I'm going to call that a 4.2.
4.2, man. I don't know if I can do the graphic. We'll see what we can do. All right. Perfect. Well, thank you for that.
How are you on the heat level right now? Like, is it tingling? Is it?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're fine.
The next one is Los Calientes Rojo.
Rojo.
Let's get a little, because I haven't opened this one yet. This is smell it.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna use Simon's Sling again to pour some of that. Let's see the viscosity on this. Ooh, got some drippage.
Yeah. Dunkaroo.
Room.
You ever like Dunkaroos?
I fuck with them.
Yeah. I wasn't one
I didn't like the chocolate ones. I did not like the chocolate Dunkaroos.
I liked, was it birthday cake or what was like
the birthday cake?
Yeah. But I wasn't one of those kids that was like really finishing it off at the end.
I was.
Oh, yeah.
I was a sizable fucking house. All right, I've dipped it long enough. Okay, Here we go.
So Peter, how has your storytelling evolved over the years from your first campaign now?
Very delicious. There
it comes.
Funny story about me like getting into like DMing, and it has no basis on D&D, but you could tell there was something in there, right? I remember my brother and one of his friends, we were like on our like at my parents' house and on like a trampoline. Okay. And it was like late at night and there was nothing to do. I think there must have been like a power outage or something, right? And I was joking around, I was telling a story, and I don't even remember what the story was, but I'd be like, all right, make a roll. And then my brother would pretend to roll dice, and I'd be like, 87. And then I would come up with the consequences for it. And then
so you didn't even have a dice. You get to zoom in at that point.
Yeah, it was zoom right in. No, so what ended up happening was like I kind of got the storytelling basis down from there, like reaction and yes and stuff like that.
Right.
But my first I would say DMing campaign was one with you guys.
Nice.
And what differs from then to now is that there's more like open, like it's less I would say scripted in a way, because I wrote a ton of things out for you guys, and just to see you guys go through it all and be like, well, no, they didn't hit this, but they need to hit that, they need to hit this, and then you start to learn. It's like jazz, baby, you just flow with it.
Well, I remember there was almost a level of like, it was a badge of honor in terms of improvisation that I remember there was one campaign you did with us and it was brilliant, and at the end you came up to me and you're like, I didn't know what I was doing those last 20 minutes, and you killed it. But it was, you were believing in yourself. Yeah,
well, that's a big thing, you gotta believe in yourself.
It is.
But for me, it was more so when you think players are going to go right, they go left, and you're
Sure.
like, the whole thing for you is stop panicking and just see what they want to do and then build off it. Once again, like, I never have taken improv classes or anything like that. I kind of wish I did, but you just know about the yes and, right? Like, that's all you hear always when they talk about it, like yes and, yes and, yes and.
So it's the reactive.
Yeah,
right?
it's the reactive.
You're being able to play
So instead of being
better.
proactive, you're reactive, and you learn that. Like, I've learned that in life and stuff. But you got to learn when to take the back seat and let the players run with it, and then you can kind of come up with things in the background. And I think one of my favorite episodes that we've had on the Crystal Arc was one where they went left instead of right. And I think that was like episode.
It's exciting for you too.
Yeah, I think it was episode 16 or 17. It's when they go to a town called Langdale. But it's very fun for me. But yeah, that's it.
Love it.
And so
and you're not going to stop evolving with it too, right?
No.
It's just the beginning, essentially.
Essentially, yeah. I can't wait to see whatever comes down the roost later. But I would say that one's like a banger on tacos. I can tell you that right now already. Simon, you pull inspiration from Frank Frazetta. But who are some other artists that influence you in your day-to-day art and your drawings and even like your sketches?
Yes, I am a Frazetta fanboy, 100% all the way. And I think I'll forever be it. His compositions and his lighting and his colors are, ask any comic book artist or fantasy artist today or illustrator, they all learned from Frazetta. And you can see, if you look to anybody, a little bit of Frazetta's work built into it. In terms of other inspirations that I pull from, in my paintings, where I get a lot of my texture ideas from, I would say I'm a big fan of William Turner. I'm a big Turner.
Is he in Pirates of the Caribbean?
The Turner.
Bootstrap Bill.
Turner, there's a great movie actually, Mr. Turner, that was done a while back. It was at the TIFFs. It was great. But Turner is a master of landscapes and textures and colors, and so I definitely take that when I apply that to my animals, or landscapes for that matter, sunsets, when I apply that to any fantasy pieces that I'm doing too. I'm gonna rate this one. You know what? Oh, I'm a bad boy. I just want to taste it more.
Do that on.
It's first episode.
No. You're the first guest, and you're setting a precedent.
It's tasty. I'm gonna give that. What did you give it? 4.5?
Yeah, I gave it 4.5.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
I don't even remember what I gave this one. Oh, I think I gave it a 3.
And it's funny because I haven't felt the heat rising yet between these two.
Oh, we're gonna feel it with this because generally on that other show that we legally cannot name,
yes,
they have a few in betwixt.
That's where it turns it up, and we're just going from 3 to 11.
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah.
Shake it, just at least shake it a little bit.
We brought out the special bowls for this one. These are the last ones here.
That, we have to double dip, right? So.
I don't know.
I'm not sniffing it.
You sniff. Sniff. When you come on my show, you sniff.
Wow.
It gets in there. It gets in them nostrils. How much do I dip?
I mean, as much as you're willing. I'm going to do whatever you do. Wow. Good for you. Good for you.
I don't know.
When you bite it, maybe try to go to the side. Don't go right to the back of your throat. Yeah. You ever take influences from other art forms when building your worlds? Like food, music, other art forms that influence the way that you create anything for D&D with me. He's gonna cough. Oh no.
It's worse when you cough.
Oh no. Do you have your water?
Oh, fuck me. That's not fun.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
I'm immediately
sweating.
Yeah, I don't know why that burp. What's happening? Oh my god! Holy Jesus! I can't stop it.
Oh, incredible. Brace yourself. We're all in this together. I'm about to do this, and I don't know why, because I've just witnessed you doing it.
Oh my, Simon, my mouth is on fire. Your question is,
What other art forms
I take
influence what
absolutely
you're world building?
film, music is a big thing for me. When I think of a scene or like I'm trying to convey an emotion, I'll listen to a music that makes me bring out that emotion.
Nice. I do know, even when you do your live streams,
yep,
and you do your world building on Mondays, the music that you have playing in the background, that 80s vibe, I know that's what you like, but has that found its way into your worlds?
Not as much, but obviously with the branding of D&D with me. But I love like the old 80s style fantasy.
Yeah.
Like Beastmaster, it's a terrible movie. Princess Bride, Legend, all those things.
But there's parts of it, little golden nuggets that take you to a certain place.
Yeah, and it's very formulaic too.
Yeah.
So
sure.
It's fun
Nice.
to do. All right.
My turn to suffer?
Yeah, that was a 1 out of 5 games. I'm not even put the graphic up and get ready.
I'm ready and I'm not.
You have a band called Gen Zero.
Generation Zero.
How did that come to be, and where is it right now with you? That's a lot, dude. That is a lot.
Here we go, baby.
Careful.
I'm gonna take a bite and then I'm gonna answer whatever you just asked.
And guess what? Sneaks up on you.
Oh, that's a sneaker. Really hot in here. Okay. Generation Zero.
Yeah, so what is Generation Zero? Where do they take their inspiration from?
We are like a nice match between, that I like to think, Black Sabbath, Rage Against the Machine, Love Baby, Generation Zero, for the most part. I take a lot of my influences from stage presence of George from Alexis on Fire, the way he just goes wild on stage. And man, I should take some of this and then go on stage. That would be...
You wouldn't be able to sing.
I wouldn't be able to sing. I'd just be... Well, that's the other thing. I just scream my head off like an animal. So...
Can we just play a clip?
The news is gonna tell ya that violence is on the rise. But when you walk down the streets, all I see is the corporations advertise. Look out, your window. Let the truth be told. Fear is what they're selling you, fear of the unknown.
It was a lovely clip. Thank you, Simon.
We have one EP and one full album, which we put out March 2020. It happened, and wow, it doesn't get any better this.
It doesn't. You gotta ride it out a little bit.
I'm sorry I tried to be a hero.
Yeah, don't be a hero.
We're working on some new material. Second album.
Okay.
Catch us playing some venues in Toronto.
Oh, how you feeling? How do you want to rate that one? I feel like I'm back on terra firma.
The after effect of that, like going down, you're like, I got this. And I ate it slow. I think that helped. But it didn't help now. Now it's all over my mouth. All right. For this last one, shake her up.
So this one is the Last Dab Apollo, made with the Apollo pepper, which apparently is a very hot pepper. We don't know, right? But over here at Flametongue, we like to do things a little bit more classy, and we have a paintbrush here for Simon the Art Guy.
On behalf of Simon the Art Guy.
On behalf of Simon the Art Guy. So we're gonna do. I advise, don't do what you did.
Double?
Don't double. We're gonna do a little swash. All right,
nice,
a little swash.
Nice. I like that. Can you even smell at this point? I feel like my senses are heightened.
Oh.
It doesn't smell any better than the last one.
I feel like my senses are heightened. I feel like I can just smell into.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more focused. I feel like I just did a line of crayons. Show me your painting skills. Yeah, I like that.
I'm a very big fan of just touching the tip.
Yeah,
Touching the tip.
Nice.
It's not getting a lot on there. I'm gonna have to really sterilize wash this. Hey,
Look at us.
here's to you, man.
So, Peter, if you could DM for a group of any players, dead or alive, who would it be? A group of, let's say 3 players. He's entering another dimension. Entering. Or you're waiting for it to sneak up on you.
I feel like maybe this isn't the best sauce delivery method, but it's there. It's there, but it's not as bad as this one, I would say. It's actually tasting a lot nicer.
Oh, nice. Good. Dead or alive.
Dead or alive. How many people?
3 people.
3 people.
Not including yourself, so.
Not including
3 other
myself.
players. Dead or alive, who would you want to get with?
I think Chris Farley would be hilarious to have at the table.
Yeah. That'd be good.
I think like Laura Bailey is fantastic.
Yeah.
From Critical Role.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely great. One more to have it.
What about like a musician or chef?
You know what? If I didn't pick Chris Farley, I would have picked Maddie Matheson.
Nice. Shout out to Maddie Matheson. Yeah, baby.
That's my Maddie Matheson.
Local TO boys, baby.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a random poll.
Hey.
But Till Lindemann from Rammstein is...
I don't know what I was thinking Rammstein when you were about to say it.
Yeah. Till Lindemann is like out there.
That would be a group right there.
But I don't know if he would like Dungeons. I don't even know if Chris Farley would like Dungeons and Dragons. But hypothetically, in this world, they like it.
They like it, exactly.
Yeah. So.
And they're giving it their all for you.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I like that. That was a good answer.
Honorable mention also.
Honorable mention.
Norm Macdonald. All right, I would give that one a 3 out of 5. I feel like maybe the sauce delivery wasn't 100%. You can try that one. Obviously, this is my shame nugget.
Shame nugget. Zoom in on that. Can I just dip?
Yeah, it's dip. I feel like the brush method wasn't good.
Okay.
After you finish this, I'm gonna get you to draw a sketch in 2 minutes about your how you felt on the inside while doing this. Okay?
Why don't you eat that while I'm drawing it?
Okay.
Let's go, baby.
So our
So I have to draw what I experienced.
Yeah, what you experienced today. I'll eat this. Down the hatch.
Love it. What a lot of people don't know is work and about my art is they think that when I'm sketching for fun that I'm also a professional artist. What they don't know is that when I'm sketching for fun for games like, Pictionary or Telestration, I don't care. I do me, baby. Well, luckily, I am almost done. Actually, this reminds me of almost like a Dali. This is this is what I think was happening. That, friends, my stomach was getting eaten and intestines were getting eaten by a dragon.
Well,
there it is. I had one more question for you if you're down for it. You've done the sauces of death. I've answered your questions, you've answered mine. We've learned a little bit more about each other, and I'm excited for the days what's yet to come. But I just have one last question for you.
Okay. It's gonna be.
That's a wrap, baby.
All right, folks. That was our first episode of Flametongue. Simon, fantastic art guy. We're gonna be at Gen Con in 2023. If you're watching this in 2024, I'm sorry. Maybe we'll be there. I don't know.
Hi everybody, it's Future Peter here. We've already been to Gen Con, so I apologize for not posting this sooner. And also, I know we didn't do any of the other ratings for other things. Okay, bye.
If you enjoyed this, check out all of our other content. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, comment. Yeah. Okay.
See you next time. Ciao.